Confused about Amazon SEO? Curious how it's different from Google or Etsy SEO? Dalia Abdallah joins us to share 5 Amazon SEO tips that work every time. Stick around. What is up? Welcome to the Jam. I am Gordon from Marmalead.
I'm Richie from Marmalead.
And we have a special guest with us today. We have Dalia Abdallah, the handmade mastermind and creator of the Mastering Amazon course. Thank you for joining us again, Dalia. It's awesome to have you.
So glad to be back. Thanks.
And we've got another fun topic today about Amazon. This is 5 Amazon SEO tricks that work every time. And this is cool. Everyone loves tricks, hacks, tips. Like, give us the juice. What do you got for us?
So SEO, obviously, on your channel, very big topic. So the first one should be no stranger to your audience, okay? It's the first one for a very good reason. It's brainstorming. And I want to break this down so people understand what that means. It's not, oh, I sell a phone case, a personalized phone case. What do people search for? It's personalized phone case, it's the color. That's the simple stuff, right? You need to also think about the uses, where people use it, features of that product that people may search for, the materials that you use. Again, not everything's relevant to your product type. I think I heard somewhere a who, what, where, when, and why type of thing you could follow. Sometimes I see sellers, they say, oh, I'm stuck. I can't think of any more words. When I hear that, red flag. Okay, no offense to them, but to me, that's never a legitimate excuse, even if you're in a niche product. Because even if you're a niche product, there's ways to describe your product for a different type of use. I mentioned in the previous podcast, I brought a foldable desk chair, and I didn't start the foldable desk chair because I didn't know what to call it at that moment. I looked for office chair for small spaces. Okay, so that's another way to call, in this case, actual niche product. So brainstorming is really important. Helps set up the foundation for your product type and many product types if you sell many different things. More often than not, you're not selling one personalized phone case, right? Sellers have multiple of that product type. So brainstorming is really important because you need to be able to give each of those listings multiple different ones. If you only had a limited amount and you're applying the exact same ones to each listing, you're not going to broaden your reach. And if you're doing it right, it will work.
One of the things I really like about your style is where you just said, like, hey, even if you're in a niche market and you can't think of anything more, like that's a red flag. It reminds me of a few weeks ago, I was golfing with some guys in the neighborhood. And afterwards, one of the guys was like, the last thing I want to hear right now is like, it's okay. Like I'm missing shots and like, it's okay. He's like, I want people to tell me, do better. Like that's what a good friend does, push me to do better. I'm like, man, that's a good point. Like a lot of times we're conditioned to kind of, say, hey man, it's okay. Like, I know you can't think of anything more, but that's fine. It's like, sometimes you need to know that. But other times it's like, no, you can do better than that. Like, this is your business. This is your thing. You can do better.
Exactly. Exactly. When it comes to making money, oh, it's fine is not a legitimate reason, because then you're just like at a standstill. How's that going to help me? It's not. And the reality is, I know, and you guys know, even with niche markets, there is ways to find much more keywords.
Arguably the most important step, because you can't do the other steps without keywords. If you don't have a bunch of keywords over here, then you can't analyze anything over here and decide what's actually a good fit. You got to have something to put in the machine for something to come out. So, I mean, that's how we've always looked at it with Etsy and Marmalead.
Yeah.
I want to take a moment to thank you for tuning in to the Jam by Marmalead. Marmalead helps guide you to keywords that real Etsy shoppers are using, so you can get more sales doing what you love. Check out Marmalead in the link in the description or at marmalead.com. So is that you're saying is just as important on Amazon?
1,000%, 1,200%, absolutely. SEO is kind of like my life. Like I could do it when I sleep. I mean, I think about it all the time. It's the most important step. If you can't get that from me just saying that, guys, it's so important. Do it right.
So you're saying it's important.
Yeah, I'm saying it's important. And so I just want to emphasize, because I don't want people to brush over this and go, yes, I get it, I'll brainstorm, blah, blah, I got enough keywords. No, you need to be so bombarded with keywords that you say, oh my God. Now, of course, for example, my course, I help you organize it, pick the right ones, etc. And hopefully you have multiple products within that market that you could mix and match, it's fine. But you need to have enough that you feel like, man, what am I gonna do with all these?
And then you pick the best ones. Like
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. That's the spot you want to be
definitely
in.
methods to that. Yeah. So number two, an SEO trick that works every time, applying it to the title. Your audience is no stranger to that. Obviously we apply the titles and tags on Etsy. On Amazon, it's a little different. You apply it to title as well as some back end. But for the title, one, you put the most important keyword phrases in the title for a few reasons. One, through my testing, I found that the title is a much more important real estate than the back end. The most important keyword phrases go there. And having said that, you have to keep them in phrases. You're not just putting a whole bunch of words. This is for the customer, okay? And even for search. So when I look for a phone case, I'm looking for the black color. I don't want any colors. I want black. So for me, that's important information. I need to make sure, and of course, by the photo, I'll probably be able to see that it's black. But nonetheless, what do people search for is probably going to be important. You tend to know what's important to your customer if you don't already, because you receive convos about it. So pay attention to the messages you get on Etsy, and it also translates well on Amazon. Putting that in the title is super, super helpful. What's important to your customer and what are the most important keyword phrases that they search for. Now, number three is applying SEO to your style keywords and search terms. Again, that's like tags. It's the back end. So for the style keywords, you will apply 249 bytes. It's similar to characters, but not quite. Type in like byte counter, whatever, and you'll find an easily online one. You copy and paste everything in there. I'll tell you how many bytes there is. It has to be 249 or below. When I say below, I don't mean, I can't think of anything below and I'm just going to leave it at 200. No, I mean just a few off, just because you can't put an extra word in there. Okay. So like I mentioned in the first tip, you should not be short of keywords. Okay. The back end, really important. You have a lot of real estate back there and you need to make sure that you're utilizing all of it. Okay. Number four, don't repeat your words. This is actually a hard one for people to do. Naturally, we want to put things in phrases, personalized phone case black. Like that's how we think, how we've always taught to think. And that's fine when it comes to your title. Absolutely. In the back end, you should not have any repeating words. Meaning also, if you already have it in your title, which is pretty much all the main words, right, that describe the product, you don't need to put it in your back end.
So that's an area where it really differs from Etsy then. Whereas
Yeah.
Etsy, you'd want be your title and tag. So this is definitely different on Amazon. You have your title, you have a back end. It's really all about maximizing the number of words that you can use on your listing.
Yeah, and Amazon, it's similar to Etsy, but in different ways, okay? Amazon, they don't need in the back end thing that you're trying to target to be in exact phrases. They can mix and match easily. And again, there's a lot more to the algorithm that I could explain in this episode, but just use a duplicate word remover because your eyes may not be able to see all the duplicate words. It'll do it for you. Boom. And that's it.
Yeah, the other nice thing about doing that too is it condenses the words that you have and frees up more space for you to include a larger variety of keywords too.
Yeah, and we have plenty of words to use on this end. Like, and here's the thing, you might say to yourself, oh, it's okay, Dalia, I still have quite a bit. But for every word or two or three that you're adding, you could have gotten found that much more.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that, this is something that Etsy sellers should keep in mind too, is that when you're adding an additional keyword to your listing like that, it's not like you're targeting just that one additional keyword and getting the search and engagement that comes along with it. Both Etsy and Amazon are combining that keyword with the other ones on your listing. So there's, hundreds of combinations that could be out there. And like your chair example, maybe somebody put small office as a tag, and because they did that and you searched for small office chair or small office desk, that string now made you find that listing. And so just by having that one additional little keyword on there can open up a whole world of more search terms to you that you can show up for.
100%. You're right. So the last SEO Amazon trick is ad campaigns, but ad campaigns targeting those phrases. So let's say I sell this personalized phone case and I want to target personalized phone case black. I don't know, whatever somebody searches for. This works because now you're paying to get seen. And what's great is that it's similar to Etsy. You can see the impressions. Obviously, the keyword phrases that are more popular, you might have to bid a little bit higher to get found. So for those of you who are looking at this last tip and go, okay, so yeah, I will pay to get found. And of course, a sale will, it'll snowball. So then eventually you'll get found in search organically. But the way to start out with that, if you're like, oh, I'm gonna budget, right? I don't want to spend money carelessly myself. So I would recommend people when they do this, they grab a product of theirs. One, it has reviews already. Because when you have a product that has reviews, naturally the conversion rate will be higher. It doesn't mean that when you first start on Amazon, you won't sell because you have no reviews. We all started out, everyone with no reviews, okay? So don't give me that, right? Naturally, if you're gonna pay, remember, pay for somebody to click on your listing, it better be an awesome listing, right? It better have reviews. It better be ready to convert. I like to pick products that are relevant for that certain time frame. For example, Mother's Day just passed by. And so during the time of shopping for Mother's Day, if you have a Mother's Day card, that's only specifically for Mother's Day, right? So you could run ads for that card during that shopping time. You get a higher chance of getting sold during these high volume times, right? Like the big holidays, I run ads all throughout the year. But if you're trying to get your feet wet, these tips may help you so you could be a little bit, easier on your wallet when you're spending for ad campaigns. Pick the right keyword phrases to target. Again, you could actually target phrases on Amazon ads and pick the products that have the highest chance to succeed, meaning a sale.
So you mentioned your course on our podcast before. Our listeners are loving it, but is there more in-depth training that goes into doing SEO properly than we just talked about?
Guys, to be honest, absolutely. I mean, you guys know more, right, than anybody in terms of SEO on Etsy. It's a lot more to it. I think what I went over today will absolutely help the beginner. But if you're listening to this and you're like, that's great, Dalia, but I'm going to need this step by step. I need you to walk me through it. I need the whole thing. Then the course is really the right way to go. You'll save yourself tons of time, tons of wasted time, unless you were born out of the womb knowing SEO and the ins and outs. It's best that you use a tool, a guide that will help you. And my course is exactly that. I mean, it goes into much more than SEO. Just to be clear, the Mastering Amazon course is an all-encompassing course. People sometimes just want the SEO part. Don't make that mistake. A lot of things go into having successful Amazon shops, successful Amazon listings. SEO is a major piece of that, but there's other pieces to that. So yeah, I mean, it could be as simple as what I went over today, but unfortunately, you're not the only one selling on Amazon, especially for your product type. You need to really step up your game. This course will help you do that. Absolutely.
And those were some really awesome tips too. So for people who are looking for a leg up as they get into Amazon and they want some tips for how to handle their SEO over there, maybe people that have been on Amazon for a while and they're like, I feel like I could be doing better. These are 5 really solid tips for people to kind of whet their appetite with. And if you like them, if they work for you, or if you want more, check out Dalia's course. She's got even more details over there like she just ran through. We'll have the link to that in the description below for you so you can check that out. We also did that other jam about it, so we'll link that too, and you guys can check it out over there. A whole bunch more information there. If people want to find you, Dalia, where should they go for that?
I'm always hanging out in my Facebook group, The Handmade Mastermind. You can search for that. And handmademastermind.com.
Awesome. We will see everyone else next time on The Jam.